because your flesh will always want to take a break. But until when are you going to keep taking breaks and neglecting yourself? If you feel like you're not getting anywhere, change your habit, change your system, change the plan, and not the goal itself. And so it will be so unhealthy for you to look at yourself and compare yourself to other women and then feel bad for yourself. Hey loves, welcome. So I realized that anytime we feel stuck, it is because we have over-pampered ourselves or allowed ourselves to be stuck in our lazy girl era for too long. And if you click on this video, it's either you feel unmotivated, overwhelmed, or you keep trying to get your life back together, but you constantly falling back into a rut. And if you feel that way, it's okay because we are human. But the only thing you should not be doing is to allow yourself to get stuck in that era for too long. And so let's talk about how to exit the lazy girl era. So first of all, you need to ask yourself, who are you, where are you, and where do you want to get to? You need to create a vision for yourself, because it's only by having a vision that you can look back and measure how much progress you're making. You cannot live to the fullest of your potential if you do not know what that potential is. And until you find that purpose and what you need to do to fulfill that purpose, you will always feel unhappy, cranky, and will keep settling for the breadcrumbs that life has to offer. It is not about stating that you want to have a lot of money if you don't know what you want to use that money for or where that money will come from. There'll be nothing that drives you to get up and go get that money if you feel lost. We live in a world full of distractions, and so it's only by having a vision, having a goal, knowing your purpose and potential that you can get going. Because you realize that the moment one aspect of your life is in tune, all other aspects of your life begin to follow suit. It could be about your body, your relationship with God, your relationship with people, your relationship with money, and how well you approach your work. That is why it's so good to have a clear vision, because the vision gives you direction that helps you fight against wasted efforts. For instance, if you start working on your relationship with God, you'll no longer be lazy, because we know that laziness is a sin. You start treating people very well, because we are admonished to treat others the way we want to be treated. Next step is to hold yourself accountable. So it's so easy to find people and situations to blame than it is to point the fingers at ourselves and realize that we are the reason why we feel unmotivated and stuck. And until we become frank and vulnerable with ourselves and decide to hold ourselves accountable for every choice we make, we are going to settle for the victim mentality that makes us blame other people for every problem that we have. In fact, you need to become very allergic to excuses if you really want to manifest anything, because your flesh will always want to take a break. But until when are you going to keep taking breaks and neglecting yourself? You cannot keep dreaming, wishing, and resting every other day and expect to become that girl. Honestly, let's be frank with ourselves. Becoming that girl requires a lot of work. Becoming that girl requires that you deny your present self of all the distractions, of all the social media. Becoming that girl means that you cannot be like every other girl. So what if you're not lazy, but you just don't have the right systems and habits to help you actualize your dreams? You need to make your goals very smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, because it's very hard to achieve very vague and broad goals. Instead of trying to achieve everything at a goal, why don't you tackle an aspect of your goal every single day? For instance, if you want to lose weight, it will be easier for you to reduce your portion sizes every single day than it will be for you to straight up try to eat only one meal a day. You are going to get bored, you're going to get stuck, because you just try too much at a time. Because those little incremental changes that you're not seeing can help you get closer to your goals faster than sprinting, getting burnt out, and finding yourself in the loop of wanting and never getting because you don't have the motivation to continue. For those of us who don't know the difference between our habits and then our systems, our habits are the behavior that we decide to adopt for a particular time, and then the system are the routine, the chain and series of habits that we create around a particular goal. Another thing with habits and systems is that if you don't make it obvious, attractive, and easy to follow, you may not be able to go through it, because your body will get used to it. It will become boring and you'll not be able to follow through. Next up is to focus on the outcome. So I had the opportunity to observe a medical friend of mine dress a wound, and the process was so painful. He had to remove a lot of stuff from the wound, and the patient was obviously in pain, but he said that keep your eyes on the outcome. And of course, it makes sense to put it this way. If you envision how happy the patient is going to feel after the wound is dressed and healed, you will realize that there's nothing compared to keeping your eyes on the goal and making sure that the wound was dressed very well, although the process was painful. And so if we do not keep our eyes on the goals and the system that we set for ourselves, we will always be distracted by how painful the process feels. No matter how much you feel like you failed, just get back and stay on track, because making a mistake or missing a day or two does not make you a failure. It rather tells you that the more you keep your eyes on the goal, the more you're getting closer to anything that you want to achieve. I've lived with a lot of women who keep changing their goals every single time, but you will not get anywhere if you don't give yourself the time to work on those goals. If you feel like you're not getting anywhere, change your habit, change your system, change the plan, and not the goal itself. Your plan, systems, and habits are the road to the destination, which is your goal. And if you keep dilly-dallying on the road, you would not get to your destination. Better still, it will take you a very long time to get there. That's why you need to make your systems, habits, and plans very attractive, so that it will motivate you every single day to want to get up and work on the woman that you want to become. Next up is to be patient with yourself. And of course, Rome, they say, was not built in a day, and our journeys as women are completely different. And so it will be so unhealthy for you to look at yourself and compare yourself to other women and then feel bad for yourself. To see meaningful results, you need to consistently give everything time. When you decide to cultivate a garden, you don't just go the next day and blame the plant for not sprouting. You give it time, attention, and nourishment with the hope that whatever seed you planted will sprout and bloom one day. And so why don't you give yourself the same patience and nourishment? Because you deserve it. That something seems impossible or difficult today does not mean that it would not be within your ability tomorrow. Until you become patient with yourself and decide to stick working on your goals, you will forever remain in your lazy girl era, because you are going to get distracted by how painful and long the process feels. You will start comparing yourself to other ladies, but what those people don't tell you is that it took them years and a lot of work to get to where they are, and so you just cannot come out of the blue and want to be like them. No, it doesn't work that way. Sis, give yourself the chance. Give yourself the chance to get out of this era, okay? Because a lot of people are there who are feeling like this. You are not alone. So give yourself the chance. Start doing something right now, and you realize that, baby, you will get far. Thanks for watching, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and so I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.